Very good. How did that feel?
Feel pretty good.
All right, guys, come on over real quick. I'm going to kind of go over alignment real quick with you guys. Talk about swing path, what we just talked about with Sylvester. Go ahead. So I brought my whacking sticks. No, I'm just kidding. These are my my alignment rods that I use to help students and myself to aim properly. Now, aiming properly is very important because if we're not aimed correctly, more than likely, we're not going to get to the ball to our target, right? So you want to make sure, if I was aimed at this blue flag right here, you want to make sure that your feet, your hips, and your shoulders are all aligned to that target. Because what me and Sylvester just found out was that his feet were aimed at his target, but his shoulders were differently at his setup. So what do you think that's going to do?
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
So what do you think the ball's going to do?
It's going to go to the left.
It's going to go to the left,
Absolutely.
right? And it all starts with your backswing too. Now, if I'm aimed correctly with everything, and I start my backswing outside of that target, where do you think the ball's going to go? It's going to go left, right? Because that's what we call swing path or swing plane.
Okay.
So if I start my swing outside, come back in, look at where the ball went. And if I do the opposite, if I come too far inside, where's the ball going to go?
To the right.
Go to the right. But
Could you repeat that one more time? That's what I do every time.
you go too far inside.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that means your backswing, when you start your backswing, it's a checkpoint. So I want to get to here where the club is actually parallel with my feet and then up over your shoulders. So you might be coming too far inside, like this, too far around your body, rather than taking that club straight up and over your shoulders.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes, thanks a lot.
And then Sylvester was kind of fading the ball. So what that means is he was coming outside in, but also with an open club face. When you have an open club face, the ball's going to go right, but it also is going to spin more right too. It's kind of like this. Kind of similar to what your ball flight was doing, right?
Yeah.
So that was because you were opening your face up
Well, that
from the
plus
club? Plus
that
your
plus-
lineup. Yeah.
Yeah, my shoulders wasn't lining up correctly, so I'm already open some, and then the face is open. So it's gonna start left maybe, but it's going to go right now. When I
Exactly.
first started to play, it didn't just go right; it would do this.
Okay.
Because what happens is you start your swing where your feet are, but then you end your swing where your shoulders are. Does that make sense? Because his shoulders were like this, so therefore he's going to start his swing correctly up over his shoulders, but he's going to finish going out to in because his shoulders were already open. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That is brilliant.
It went straight then.
Oh, you want to see it hit straight?
Yeah.
So I got my alignment rod here. I got my feet, my hips, and my shoulders all lined up to my target, right? So I want to make sure I get my club here. And notice my club face is perfectly straight up and down. So a good drill to do is to go toe up to toe up, just to hit half shots, like this. So here, here. And look how that goes straight to my target.
That's nice.
And then, as you get comfortable, you can go higher and higher, where eventually you'll be able to take a full swing. So notice the
That was
golf swing is swinging along your feet line at all times. Even up here, you're still swinging along your feet. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Joe,
No
you
matter-
have a beautiful swing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
No matter how your swing looks, you want to just make sure it's still along this imaginary line, straight up and straight down,
Okay.
with a good tempo.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Good.